So tonight we're going to talk about change and acceptance. And I just want to make one thing really clear. I am always going to be talking to you, the person on the other side of the screen, as if I'm going to talk to you the way that I wish someone would have talked to me whenever things were really tough and I was really going through it. I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. I think it's important to be open and honest and real and raw. I think we're all craving connection and to feel included and like we can relate to someone, especially when you are struggling and you're going through things. So I'm always going to keep it real and keep it straight up. So now that that's out of the way, I want to talk about change and acceptance because it's very fitting for what I'm going through right now. I mean, I'm about to move to a new state and step back into the world as this new version of me after losing my son, and change and acceptance has been something that's really been heavy on my heart lately. Also, this is the first of this kind of video that I've done, so this video means a lot to me. Let's get right into it. Hi, my name is Caitlin Cat, Kill It Cat, and welcome to my channel where I talk all about my journey as a bereaved mother, as a woman having the human experience. I am not a professional. Everything that I talk about is just from my own unique experience. I lost a child, and I feel like that gives me a unique take on things like what we're talking about today, change and acceptance. When my son passed away, I had never experienced that dramatic of a change, ever. Still haven't, can't really equate it to anything. It's by far the worst thing, the hardest thing I've ever had to go through or deal with, and hopefully will ever have to go through or deal with again. I mean, I don't think it could get much worse than that. It was like there was the before and after. I went from being a full-time mom, you know, getting into the swing of things, breastfeeding, loving on my baby, figuring out my new body. I was also in a relationship and playing that role as well. All of that came to a screeching halt, and it was just me. I struggled a whole lot in the beginning with just accepting what was going on. To even say out loud that, you know, my son was gone, had passed away, just felt like an out-of-body experience. I could not come back down to earth. It took me getting so fed up with feeling so gross and sad and hopeless. I had to get so fed up that the challenge of getting myself better sounded more appealing than continuing on living the way that I was. It truly felt like a survival thing for me. It was like, I cannot continue this way. So what are the other options? I truly just had to accept it. Accept that my son was gone. And I'm gonna have to learn how to be in the world now without him. I think accepting something and letting go hand in hand, and it can be difficult to wrap your head around what is acceptance and how do I accept. It was really hard for me. That, I mean, the circumstances of my life were, it was a really big pill to swallow. How do you accept that? What does that even mean? And so I've come to think of it as accepting something and letting go. I think of it as, it's not trying to like something or love something or forget about something. It's like, how do I learn to love and like and forget about, you know, my son ever being like that? That's, you know, it's not about liking it or loving it or trying to forget it. It's just about reframing your feeling towards it to be a very neutral feeling. Like, you know that it's just something that is out of your control. It's something that just is the way that it is, and you just allow it to be. You don't do anything with it. It's just there. That's how I have learned to accept my journey. That doesn't mean I don't miss my son or wish that I did have some kind of magical genie in a bottle to change it. It's just kind of like, it is what it is. I've ran through those feelings and the emotions so much that it's just become a very neutral feeling towards it, and it's allowed me to just accept and let it go. Honestly, like, I'm not gonna sit up here and just pretend like I'm fully healed and 100%. There's still definitely many layers of my grief that I'm working through, and probably will work through in the future when I get into a relationship again. Over the summer, July and August were pretty hard for me. June 28th was the second anniversary of my son's passing, and I don't know, I think I had been pushing myself really hard to achieve certain goals and implement certain things into my life and figure out where I wanted to go and what I wanted to be and what I should be doing, and I put a lot of pressure on myself, and it all just sort of bubbled up to the surface over the summer. And I mean, I got pretty depressed, and I had to reflect. And because I had had a moment like this before, when things were really bad, I was sort of able to pull these tools out and remember what my frame of mind was before. Whenever life's just getting dull, I feel like I'm just going through the motions, living the same day over and over. You know, I don't like my music anymore. Food is just bland. Like it's just becoming so, you know, I'm unhappy in this setting, in this environment. That's how I started feeling, and it made me realize that there are many different kinds of changes that we can go through in life. There are traumatic, unexpected ones. There are ones that are slowly burning. There are ones that we choose, ones that we are given. There's all different kinds of change, but bottom line is, everything's constantly changing, whether we like it or not. We are always changing day by day. The change that I'm going through now is something different. I've gotten comfortable in this survival mode that I've been in over the past couple of years. I've gotten so comfortable in it, and even though I have made progress, I haven't fully accepted. There's a deeper level of acceptance that I'm going through now, and I'm recognizing that because I could have already moved into my own place by now. I could have already been in a new city by now and built a whole thing around it, but if I'm being honest, I've been putting it off out of fear. That fear of, you know, losing it all again, and, you know, all the what ifs. That fear has grown from my resistance to accept that this is the path that I'm on. I'm not a mom anymore. I'm a single 28-year-old woman that pretty much has a clean slate. I've had to really work on letting go of that narrative, even though I haven't been actively a mom. I mean, it's been 2 years. When I had my son Isaac, it was like, I mean, I have Pinterest boards on top of Pinterest boards. I've already planned out first birthday, second birthday, senior prom. Like, you know, I was ready to be a mother, and I had already fantasized this dreamland that I was going to be living in for the next, you know, at least 18 years. I was locked in, and so it's been really hard for me to let go of, like, okay, not only are you not a mother anymore, you're also single, and, you know, your career that you build up is no longer. So it's just like, what you know, what do you want to do? And here's what I want you to take away from this. Number one, first and foremost, those feelings of discomfort, those negative feelings, that anxiety, that unhappiness, that anger, the jealousy even, that's your compass. I was feeling so miserable, and everything felt dull. What losing my son taught me was that when I'm feeling like that, that's what I need to lean into. Those feelings are a roadmap. Lean into them, follow them, lean into those feelings and figure out what they're stemming from. That's what I've done these past couple of weeks. It's like, okay, obviously you need a new environment. Obviously you've outgrown this era. It's time to, you know, have a home again. Build something new. It's time. You've done the work. Why are you resisting it? The resistance is causing this depression, this anxiety, this bed rot that you've been doing. We have those feelings for a reason. They're meant to help us and protect us, and we should always be in a state of happiness. So if you're feeling unhappy, if you have a negative feeling, go on an investigation and see what you find, and you're going to benefit from it 100%, 110% you'll benefit from it. Number 2, if something is out of your control, to me, things that fall in the category of out of your control are, things like who your parents are, where you were born, what kind of environment you were born into, tragedy, catastrophe. All of those things are out of your control. If they're out of your control and there's nothing that you can do to change it, to fix it, to make it go away, remove your energy from it. Remove it. By removing your energy from it, I mean accept it. Create that neutral feeling towards it. It's not benefiting you in any way. It's not benefiting me in any way to sit around and mope because my son passed away. What kind of person would I become if I let that just control me? I would be one unhappy, bitter, I would be I'd be living in distress. If it's something that's not out of your control and if it's something that you can change, you need to get real with yourself and just accept the fact that you haven't been prioritizing investing your energy into the right places. You hate your job, you're unhappy in your relationship, you're unhappy in your body, you live paycheck to paycheck. Get super real with yourself. I can't bring my son back to life, but I can breathe life into me. I can go get my dream body. I can go to the gym every day. I can volunteer at the orphanage, help out some other kids that don't have parents. Fulfill that void in me. I can try to gain more money, to have more freedom, to travel, to invest in things that contribute to my happiness and my well-being. There's so many other things I can do with my energy than to put it into things that I can't control or blaming it on everything else when it's something that I can change. Which brings me to the third thing. You've got to love yourself enough to be honest with yourself and get real with yourself. That is an action of self-love. Being able to just be like, honest with yourself. Put your pride to the side and admit that you haven't taken the opportunity when you're faced with something to make a change. Make the change that's needed for you to step into a happier life, a better version of you. You've got to love yourself enough to want it and want to figure it out. That part is very, very essential in the whole process of just wanting to be a better human in general, wanting to better your life. You've got to have self-love. Leveling up in your life is completely your responsibility. It's yours. No one can do that work for you. No one is going to care enough and put enough energy and investment into it the way that you could. If you put your everything into it, if you put it into wanting to love yourself and build a better life for yourself, a life that you love waking up and living every day, there is nobody that can do that for you the way that you can do that for you. And I've seen that firsthand in my life. This has been a very isolating and lonely journey for me. I mean, he was my baby. He was my son. It's been given to me. There's nothing anyone can say, nothing anyone can do. There's not a pill that I can take, magic potion. It's just like, I've got to handle it. And of course I can take advice from this person or that person. I think that's what we're supposed to do is share these types of things and take little things for one another. But until I put in the effort and really try to understand and really want to and have enough self-love to be honest with myself and realize that that's the thing that I need to do, that is magical. It is magical. And no one else would have been able to save me. No one else would have been able to save me. The more persistent you are in showing up for yourself, the more you'll trust. And that acceptance will come easier. And then you're faced with change, the hard ones, the good ones, the bad ones, you'll be much more prepared, and it'll be much easier on you. And that's what I'm learning now. It's like I'm moving to Florida, and that's so exciting. I never in a million years, me 3 years ago, pregnant, waddling around, like, that was not even in my, you know, and now it's like, well where do you want to go? Like, I'm getting to do this now. In order to fully do it and do it right and make it worth it, I've got to let go. How am I supposed to really be happy and really go get all these things that I'm after if I keep looking behind me, wishing that I was a mom, reminiscing, and every time I see a stroller, I just burst out crying, because you've got to let go of things to make space for the new. And I am actively doing it every day. And I have to say, it's pretty cool to be able to understand this well enough to say this and teach this to someone else. It's also pretty cool to be able to see myself in real time, reflecting on myself, doing something before, and learning from myself. Every time I have one of these moments of just like, it's clear as day that progress has been made. It's so comforting. It's so validating. That's the kind of validation that I need. That's the kind of healing that I need. I need to know that I got me, and I'm okay if it is me, you know? Son or no son, fiance or no fiance. And that's what I keep getting a little more of, and a little more of, and a little more of. The more I just accept that the changes are happening and lean into them, the better it seems to get for me. And I want the same for you too. Thank you so much for watching and being here. If anything really stuck with you and made you open your mind a little bit more, leave it in the comments. I love to read other people's ideas and thoughts, and I'm a really free thinker, and I keep a very open mind, and I want to hear what you have to say about acceptance and change. Are you struggling with it? What have you learned about it? Let me know. I hope that you enjoy this video. I love you. I'm so proud of you. You're killing it, and I will see you in the next one.